there's so many different avenues and strategies that people are just. Do you ever notice how people are just like almost like chomping at the bit, hoping for the next great thing? You notice that? Instead of creating the next great thing. Because see, there's really no shortcuts to true success. Truly having success is, like me said, getting what you set out to get and being happy with what you get. See, people leave that out a lot. People leave that out a lot. Because, truth be told, it's always been this way. Success is getting what you want. But happiness is liking what you get. So you could be successful about something you set out to do, but you could be miserable while you're doing it, and then you could be more miserable once you get it, because it's like, what's left? If you only, it's like Cheyenne said, once you set certain goals and you hit them, you move them back. You keep setting new goals. Because if you don't, you become stagnant. And a mind at rest tends to stay at rest. But what I am saying is that, keep your focus on what you should be focused on. And if you're doing the right thing, and it is a godly way, it is a godly way to do that. None of us are going to be perfect. We're all going to stumble, and we can't look at somebody. You know what I notice about people? I have noticed this a lot. When someone's ascending, you'll see it again. You'll see it, I promise you. When someone is ascending and becoming greater than they were, right? Or than their group in their eyes, they always look for fault in that individual. So, you see how fast the years go by? You remember when we start moving the stuff in here?
Yeah.
Good gracious. We're now, we're looking at other stuff now, right? That's how fast life goes by. Yeah. That's how fast time goes by. Seize the moments and learn from someone so you don't have to walk the same trail. My dad used to say to me when I was younger, none of us will live long enough to make every mistake there is to make and still benefit from it. You hear what I said? You can't make every mistake there is to make and expect to still benefit from it. Because one of the mistakes you make is going to kill you. I can't lie to you. When I was up in the attic messing with the wires, I was thinking, I was watching the light. But that's okay. It's only me up there, right? It's only me up there. Did y'all know that I was trailing that white wire to see where it was going to the boxes and visualizing the explosion and saying, well, maybe if the girls are down there, they won't be hurt. So who cares if something happens to me? Maybe for a second that went through my mind. But then something said, come on now. Don't just be stupid. Don't start flipping switches. First thing you learn in school, and I remember back in junior high school, and I know y'all call it middle school, but junior high school, when we had Bunsen burners and stuff like that, and we had the light bulb. Did y'all do the test in science class? Well, I got an A in that. So how can I get an A in that in 8th grade? And then come up here, and it's the same rules. The same rules of electricity apply. Newton's law still applies. No matter if I'm in school or now, on my own. They'll tell you, when I'm forced to protect something, you watch how I work then. But notice, that's the survival instinct. Now the difference is being successful. You survive, and then you create growth, and then guess what you create? After growth, stability. For those that learn how to swallow their pride, can get negative vibes from inside. You like that? That was smooth, wasn't it? That was. I don't know if I ever say it again, but that was pretty smooth. I like that. But think about what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta swallow your pride, and you gotta say, I need to not look for shortcuts to be successful. I need to not look for the golden goose. Because everybody does have a golden goose. Here's the problem. If there's only one golden goose, what happens when someone steals your golden goose? Like Jack did to Jerry. Or what happens, goose don't live forever, do they? What happens if the goose dies? And she doesn't lay any eggs anymore? Then what? Back to poverty because you bought all the riches that you could see instead of storing stuff for a rainy day. You can't give up. Find a way. There's always a way to get you out of every situation on planet Earth that man put you in. There's always a way to get you out of it, but you can't quit. You can't be okay. Well, I send them emails. I know they do. I watch them do it, but that's not my forte. So I need to use my gift to coincide with theirs. They say, hey, did you get the gift? Yeah, oh, I did get it. Okay, well, am I going to see you there? You sure are. Now, y'all don't know this, but I'm going to say it. I don't really like to be on the phone a lot because I talk to everybody. But it's necessary. It's necessary for me to promote my own book because who's going to do it if I don't do it, y'all? It's proven that. Who's selling all the books? Of all the books that left the office, really, who's selling them? You see? Who wrote the book? Whose story is it?
Your story.
You see what I'm saying? So it's my story. I'm not just going to dump it on you guys and say, hey, go sell my books and let me know what happens and go sit in a corner somewhere.